Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday or whatever the day of the week this is. I forget, it doesn't fucking matter. Moving on. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribing really helps my channel a lot, and I have a goal of 3,000 subscribers by the time Big Brother is over, so let's do that. I don't know if y'all are aware, but I do a lot more videos than just Big Brother. I do other TV show videos and then a few, like a sprinkle of other kind of videos like vlogs or like sit down talk videos, whatever, doesn't matter. But just know when you're subscribing, I don't just do Big Brother, so there's that. Anyways, moving on, all that doesn't really matter. What matters is the fact that last night Jackson and Holly got into a big ass fight. And I hate that square face ass mofo more than I think I've ever hated anyone, and that is including Polly and Gina Marie, and who else did I really hate? Those are the only two that I can think of off the top of my head right now. There's other people, but those are the main two. I think Jackson is such a loser. Like, he is such a fuckboy. I can't even handle it. So last night, Holly and Beth. Last night, Jackson and Holly got into a fight, and they basically broke up. Well, he basically broke up with her, and it all had to do with the fact that his feelings were hurt. His little minuscule ass feelings were hurt over the fact that she called him an asshole in front of 4 of the 7 house guests. Yeah, he's afraid that her calling him an asshole and her calling him names or whatever is going to portray him in a negative way. He kept saying, my parents are watching this. My mom is going to see that. What do you think she's going to think? This is on national television. How do you think people are going to think of me? Blah, blah, blah. And he literally just went on, over and over, talking in circles about the fact that she called him an asshole. His mom, who like cuts up his watermelon still, it's like, grow the fuck up. America and the public or whatever are going to see that she called him an asshole in front of the other house guests. And it's like, homeboy, get out of your feelings, because we have already decided that you're a huge asshole. There's no way that anyone else can make us think you're more of an asshole, because you do it all on your own, big baby ass boy. It's so funny to me how he really thinks that her calling him an asshole is the worst thing that his mom is gonna see on Big Brother. Like, we have literally seen you say racist things, say real, like, loads of toxic masculinity kind of things. We have seen you talk down to women, talk negatively about women. We have seen you treat Holly like complete shit. We've seen you treat Kat like total dirt. We have seen you just be the biggest baby back, crybaby ass, square ass, fuckboy, loser ass bitch on the planet. Like, worse than Polly. And I didn't think that that was possible, but I guess it is. And the way that you were talking to Holly last night, Jackson, was foul. And Holly, if I were you, I would have told him to suck my imaginary dick, because the way that he was acting, all that condescending tone, the making you feel less than, that whole situation was foul. And if it were me, I really would have put a stop to that shit, because there's no way in hell that anyone is going to talk to me in that manner. Like, it's just not going to happen. So he was pissed off that she called him an asshole. And over and over and over again, she was trying to explain how she was feeling in that moment. She kept apologizing to him, which was ridiculous. Like, homegirl, stop apologizing. If he was an asshole in that moment, he needs to apologize. He needs to own that shit. Like, she kept apologizing. It was so difficult for her to get a word in, because every time she started, he would cut her off and he would try to twist shit. So she called him an asshole in like the morning, I think. Yeah, was it in the morning? Yeah, it was. So he kept saying, he's like, I was so nice to you. I didn't say good morning to you because I was trying to keep to myself. We had to pick veto competition, or pick veto players that day. And that's why I didn't say good morning to you, but I brought you coffee and all this shit. And she kept trying over and over again, trying to explain to her, look, I called you that because I felt really just like my feelings weren't heard, weren't reciprocated. And because the night before, Jackson and Holly had a pretty deep conversation. She was really explaining to him that she wasn't feeling worthy, she didn't feel good about herself, etc. And that pissed him off for some reason. He claims that it pissed him off because he's tried this whole season, this whole game, to make it about her and to make her feel good and to make her feel worthy about herself by calling her beautiful and all this shit. And he was talking to her about that as if he deserved a medal. It's like, dude, you're her boyfriend. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to call her beautiful. You're supposed to make her feel good about herself. Like, you don't, do you need a cookie? Like, do you think you deserve an award for calling her beautiful? Like, I don't get it. And it was just over and over again. They kept talking in circles. And the whole time I was thinking to myself, I was like, damn, I will be a monkey's motherfucking uncle before I let some dude talk to me the way that he's talking to her. I would rather go to hell than ever let some guy think that he's in the right when he's very clearly in the wrong. Like, okay, so sure, maybe she shouldn't have called him an asshole or whatever, but he shouldn't be acting like an asshole. Like, it's that simple. I've already seen a lot of people on Twitter acting crazy and being like, oh, well, if he had called her this, and then fans would have been losing their mind over it. But he already has treated her like shit. So that story has already been written. We already think he's an asshole, not because of what she has said. Her calling Holly, if you're watching this is what you need to understand. Oh, the black cat. This is what you need to understand. We don't think he's an asshole because of you. We don't think he's an asshole because of what Kat has said or what Christy has said or what you have said. That's not even about it. Like, and I'm sure he's going to get out of this house. He's so annoying. I'm sure he's going to get out of this house and automatically blame everyone else for the fact that fans really hate this guy. I'm sure he's going to call Holly and be like, Holly, with his square ass face, Holly, everyone hates me because you called me an asshole. Because, blah, blah, blah. Kat, you said that I make you feel uncomfortable when I'm angry. Everyone hates me because of you. Nah. And I'm like, whoa, tuck your chin in. Like, relax. Because I know that's exactly what he's going to say. Holly, Kat, if either of you are watching this, don't you try to feel bad for his ass. I swear on my life, if you feel bad for him, when he gets out of the house, I'm going to be so mad. Because he, of all people, deserves zero sympathy. Like, zero. Our feelings towards him have nothing to do with you, Holly, or with you, Kat, or anything like that. It has to do with the fact that he himself has treated both of you, actually, like total shit. It has to do with the fact that he treated Kemi like a piece of shit. It has to do with the fact that he has talked down to people multiple times throughout the season. And there's still 25 more days left. It's crazy. Our feelings towards him has nothing to do with Holly calling him an asshole, Kat saying that he makes her feel uncomfortable. I mean, there's a dash of that because no woman should be made to feel that way. But we've seen it firsthand. You know, like, we've seen him talk down to people. We've seen him talk negatively about people for no reason. We saw him cheat during the have-not week that he had. We saw him act like a huge-ass baby when you, Holly, tried to tell him that you don't feel comfortable having sex anymore on live feeds. He threw a huge fit over that, like the baby back bitch that he is. And it's infuriating seeing him continue to blame other people for his actions. He was being an asshole during your guys' conversation, Holly. That's what that comes down to. You were explaining your feelings. He was being an asshole about it. Woo, girl. He was being an asshole about it, and it's that simple. So you called him what he was. Like, it's not that deep. And the fact that he made it so easy, it's as if he took the day when he was ignoring you, because he was ignoring her, giving her the cold shoulder, basically treating her like a shadow, like didn't even notice that she was there. It was as if he took that whole day and in his mind made bulletin points of his, like, for his arguments. So, like this. So when Holly comes to talk to me, I'm going to give her this, this, and this as the examples of why I'm angry, why I'm hurt, and why that's going to do me dirty when I get out of this house. Nah. And it's just so textbook emotional abuse, mental abuse, just the way that he did it. And then when you started crying and he took you into his arms and he coddled you and gave you comfort, that was him letting you take your guard down just so he can snap back at you like a psychopath, which is exactly what he did. And Holly, when you guys, oh my God, I wish I could talk to you in person. When you guys get out of this house, I'm gonna need you to learn to love yourself, girl. Learn to love yourself. Don't accept his apologies, because I'm sure there will be some two-faced apology coming at you for, actually, I'm sure it's gonna happen today. Whatever. It's gonna be one of those backhanded apologies where it's like, I'm sorry that I made you feel this way, but you did this, you know, like, it's gonna be one of those situations. And Holly, I'm gonna need you to not accept that shit. Like, come on. So when you guys get out of the house, please do not take his square face ass back. I do not want to see you guys together in pictures all lovey-dovey after this shit. I don't need to see you guys on X on the beach. Like, I don't want to see any of that. I want to see you, Holly, learn to love yourself and demand respect. And I also want you to forgive Kat, because you really treated her like shit too when she was coming at you with the facts, telling you that his actions made her feel uncomfortable, and you try to snap back at her with the don't talk about things you don't know or whatever the fuck. It was embarrassing. It was annoying. Like, learn girl code, learn how to be a good friend. It's that simple. But either which way, you do not deserve the way that you acted, or the way that he was acting and treating you last night. It's that simple. So that was the gist of everything. That was how I feel about all that. It got me all up in my feels. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Watching it was really uncomfortable and awkward and angering and just nah. I can only imagine how he treated Kat when they had their fight and they turned feeds off. Like, I can only imagine. I'm sure he got super loud, condescending, super argumentative and defensive. Like, I could just see it. Just based off the fact, I'm surprised that they showed last night's argument, actually. Like, they are so protective of Jackson that I'm shocked that they showed last night. But I'm glad that they did, so that it's on camera. Everyone can see how much of a bigger asshole that he is. Like, we already done knew, but last night just reiterated that shit. So there's that. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about everything, about the fight that happened last night. And I really don't want to see any comments about how he didn't deserve her calling him an asshole, because he was being an asshole. Like, let's be real. He was being an asshole. He has been an asshole this whole season. It's that simple. And not to mention the fact he's playing an idiotic game. So let's just get to game talk now that I went on my long ass rant. So Jackson is still HOH. Tommy won the power veto, which is ridiculous. Like, I'm so livid about that. Oh my God. He is gonna use it on Christy, which is so fucking stupid in my opinion. Like, honestly, I cannot believe how just stupid these people are. It makes my head hurt. So Tommy is going to use the power veto on Christy. I knew he was going to, but he did talk to Jackson last night about it, which is just, and Jackson was like, oh, it's fine, dude. As long as I don't have to break a tie, it's fine. Jessica's still my target, which is wild. It's like, wow, dude, this is going to be your resume if you make it to final 2. You won 2 HOHs and you got Annalise out and Jessica out. congratulations, whoop-de-doo, like, that's not impressive. Getting Tommy out would be impressive. Getting Christy out would be impressive. Like, you've literally had them on a silver platter at your disposal and you've done nothing about it. It's just mind-blowing and remarkable. So I'm expecting Tommy to use his damn power of veto on Christy. And then Jackson would end up putting Cliff up as the replacement nomination. And the plan is to get Jessica out of the house. But I don't know if that's going to end up happening with Cliff up on the block. I could see Tommy and Christy trying to flip the votes to keep Jessica, because Jessica is a number for them. So if that happens, then that'd make things interesting. But because then Jackson will have to break a tie, and that'd be amazing. But this upcoming Thursday will be a double eviction. Woo! So let's just hope and put out into the universe that Nicole wins this double eviction. This is the one that she should win, in my opinion. And let's hope that she puts Tommy and Christy up on the block and one of their crazy asses goes home. Like, that would be ideal, am I right? Because we cannot have Tommy or Christy win this double eviction. I would actually also love to see Jackson go up on that block. Jackson, Tommy, or Christy, one of those three fuckfaces going home during the double eviction would be ideal. So let's just hope Nicole wins the power, or wins the HOH for the double eviction. That will bring all of our dreams to come true, and it'll make everything happy and right in the world. And she'll get a letter from her family, and it'll be beautiful. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think about everything that I talked about in this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're interested in feeling generous, my Patreon is up and running. I also have a PayPal. Your donations really help my channel. And yes, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.